Well, this project started in, I believe, 1998, and through a series of events and I'm not privy to all the issues that were going on, but I'd say in general, you know, there were issues with the land, acquiring the land. There was a home that was a part of the land across the street where I believe Washington and Lafayette met and may have stayed, right? So there was negotiations with the township about how that home was going to be utilized or transferred or whatever. Ultimately, I'm not sure whatever happened to that property. I think it's probably was conveyed over to the township or used by the township. There were issues with the township in terms of having open space and parkland, so there were a lot of negotiations that went on. And then obviously going through the whole permitting process with the DEP and the local township. So obviously it took a lot of years to get to this point, and we're still not done. I would say the heavy work's been done, and it's now just a matter of, you know, trying to get into an economy where it makes sense to move forward with the rest of the golf course, and hopefully that'll come soon. But yeah, this whole project started in 1998, and it's really two very different pieces of land. Most of what you saw on the lower part, that's more of open land, is very different from what you're going to see here. You got a little bit of a taste of it on hole number 1, and then I'd say the last hole you played, hole number 9, is probably a little bit more like the land that you saw across the creek and across the road. And then the rest of the holes, if you could get a sense of this land up in this area, is a lot of what you're going to see on the remaining holes, which is going to be a lot more elevation change, more wooded, a little bit more like hole number 1. It's going to be very, very similar to that, and there's not going to be a lot done in order to create those holes, which is hole number 1. We really did nothing there other than clear that area and irrigate it to create that golf hole. But you can see it's a very wide corridor. There's a lot of terrain there on hole number 1, and we wanted to bring that into play on that particular golf hole, so that there was a wide corridor with a lot of movement there, nice movement there, and you can either play it safe to the left and be up high but have a longer shot in, or you can take advantage of that movement, you know, where the land breaks off and goes down toward that little wetland area, and catch that slope and put it right down in front of that wetland area, and you know, and have a flip wedge into the green. So by making that corridor really wide, I think that it makes the hole more interesting.